of the backrooms is a randomly segmented or are randomly segmented coral reefs with unique properties. The only known depths or levels are depths forgotten to depth 4. Entities are renamed to aquas for their aquatic features. These aquas have no similarity to any of the normal backrooms entities. The least common depth to enter is depth forgotten. While in this reality you will not be wet nor will you be drowning, gravity works normally such as it does as if you were on the surface. Depth 2 enter this weird reality by attempting to enter the backrooms while at a tropical landscape or when near the ocean. Depth forgotten is a depth one can enter from attempting to enter the backrooms and entering the Lostrooms. This depth looks exactly like the area you attempted to enter the backrooms in, but it's just you. The world is empty, no one else is there for you. The world is empty of life besides plants, there is no aquas at all, just you. You can go to depth 1 from here by going into the nearest water source or ocean. The world looks normal and has normal functions. Electricity works, water flows, toilets flush, but there is no one. The only sound that usually fills the air is the sound of ocean waves. You can explore the world however you want. The universe is practically yours. No aquas challenge. 0 complete safety open area, no aquas entering. You have a chance to enter this depth by entering the Lostrooms, exiting, touching a water source and go to depth 1. Depth 1, or as some call it the shallows, is the first depth in the Lostrooms. This depth consists of seaweed at times and sand that looks smooth. Rays of light shine through the water surface. There are some aquas that may pose a threat to the wanderer. You can find food in boxes which when opened will have water or food, even MREs, which are helpful if you have a microwave. When eating and drinking, the water will not disappear or taste salty, and food will not become salty or soggy when consuming. This also applies when you are either carrying or traversing this depths or other depths. You can also find these boxes or packages in other depths. You can also find bottles of fresh water throughout other depths. While exploring this depth, you can find plastic beach toys and buckets children play with. You can also find plastic empty bottles. Aqua's Hellfish Finder's Secrets Fenton's Challenge. 1 completely safe open area, some aquas entering, going into water in depth forgotten, exiting, walking in any direction for 5 miles. Depth 2 is the first depth one will discover while accidentally ending up in the Lostrooms. The depth looks of a tropical coral reef full of coral and life. You can see many types of fish and sea life such as octopus and squid or even crab. The coral can come in so many colors, some not even seen by the human eye before. Running into an aqua is relatively easy, for they hide in places you least expect, and most who have tried to traverse through depth 2 die to the aquas. You can sometimes find supply boxes around the coral reef in depth 2 holding supplies or weapons for the dangerous journey ahead. You can also find flashlights in nooks and crannies of this depth. These flashlights do indeed function normally and are useful during the depth's nighttime. This depth has a day cycle and more aquas come out during the night to hunt for their food, or human if you would say. You can find shipwrecks at times that hold tons of supply boxes. Abandoned, underwater buildings, which all resemble the same architectural features and hold some supply crates. It is observed for some reason relieve the wanderer when entering these buildings, for a interviewed wanderer said, "I let out a puff of air, and felt a big weight lifted off my chest. It was like I felt as if I got to where I wanted to be and what I aimed to get to. The lights will have a hum buzz sound, there will be the same wallpaper, it's basically a miniature level 0. Aquas can enter these buildings and look for you and hunt you down, then kill you, so be careful to not go towards a dead end in these buildings." Aqua's Hellfish Stressors The Gone Winter Corrupted's Challenge. 2 semi-safe open area. Multiple aquas entering walk in any direction for 5 miles in depth 1 exiting kill one of the aquas walk 10 miles in any direction. Depth 3 is known as the graveyard of the Lostrooms. This is where all shipwrecks lie down in pieces. Many who've explored the depth have either returned to their comfort place depth 2 or died to the dangers of depth 3. Depth 3 has multiple shipwrecks with tons of supplies but are infested with aquas. This depth also has a day cycle and at night it is the safest. During the night all aquas on the depth go to sleep for the rest of the night. Only if you disturb the aqua will you be attacked. At night you can search for loot in the supply boxes in the ship for the morning where you may have to fight many aquas. A light source is required for this depth, for if you are looting you will need to see so you don't disturb the aquas while they are sleeping. Aquas are more violent during the night. You can find special types of ships such as warships that carry a bunch of supply boxes that have weapons and ammo for any firearms you possibly found in depth 2 or brung with you to the Lostrooms. A strategy for this depth would be walking around depth 3 until sunset and returning to depth 2 at nightfall and repeating this process until you feel confident enough to venture into depth 3 for a long period of time. Venturing through depth 3 is the only known way to get to depth 4. Aqua's Hellfish Winter Corrupted's Demised Stressors Tanglers Challenge. 5 completely dangerous crammed space aqua infested entering in depth 2 walk 10 miles in any direction to eventually end up here. You can always go back to depth 2 exiting walk 20 miles forward to enter depth 4. We are still trying to figure out more about depth 4. What we know right now is that depth 4 looks like a dead version of depth 2. We don't know anything else besides the visual representation of this depth. Sources are still trying to figure out more about the aquas in this depth. We don't know any special structures or any advantages yet. We will update this once we figure out more. This information is subject to change. Aquas we have not found any aquas found here in this depth. Sources are still searching. Challenge. Unclassified safety unknown traverse state unknown amount of aquas information subject to change. Aquas are the danger of the Lostrooms and can be found by exploring depths 2 or lower. When encountering a aqua you will need to fight it or run away. Known aqua list and description. Hellfish are the most common aqua in the Lostrooms. These aquas look like a piranha with red scales and fins. They emit fire and have claws on the end of their fins that rip open a human. These fish prey on other aquas and human flesh. This aqua is ranked second most dangerous aqua in the Lostrooms. Prey human and other aquas. Height 3 feet 4 to 4 feet 8. Danger level 4. Finders are black opaque humanoids that shine in the rays of the sun. These aquas have a glowing red eye in the middle of their head, and when staring at it for long enough will make your eyes hurt immensely. The pain is described to be unbearable and makes you want to rip your eyes out. The interviewed person was later treated and is fine today. The way to avoid this pain is by not looking into the eye. Prey. This aqua does not eat. Height 5 feet 11. Danger level 2. Secrets or passive aquas that look like chest. Secrets when in a 2-meter radius will start making a rumbling sound and then explode into confetti, leaving only food or weapons behind. These aquas are helpful when in a depth with no supply crates. These are the friendliest aquas to exist in the Lostrooms. Prey. This aqua does not prey. Height 3 feet 1. Danger level 0. Fentons are a dangerous aqua that only appear on depth 1 and actively look for prey. These aquas look like a shark with abnormal features such as more fins or eyes. These aquas when spotting prey will come dashing at them, and when they catch them will eat them alive. Prey human height 8 feet 2 to 9 feet 11 danger level 5 corruptids. Corruptids are humans that got infected by something after death. They seem to be glitching and twitch constantly. These aquas when approached will look at you and smile, then launch at you and rip you apart. After that you will turn into one of them. Pray these aquas don't eat. Height 2 feet 1 to 8 feet 3 danger level 3 stressors. These stressors are the most obnoxious aqua in the whole discovered Lostrooms. These stressors constantly try to make you do things you don't want to do, and they have no physical form and are presumed to be similar to an entity found in the back rooms. You will know they are near when you hear things you aren't saying. Pray these aquas don't eat. Height not known danger level 1 winters are aquas that come in singular forms. These aquas are balls of some sort of mist. These aquas seem to be inactive or anchored until a warm body or cell is near. When a warm cell or body is near, when they sense the cell or body, they will start to chase it. They move at around 12 miles an hour when running at top speed. When they catch the cell or body, will freeze it in a coat of ice, killing the cell or body. Prey no prey, they feed by moving. Height undocumented danger level 4. The Gone are a group of corruptids that seem to be more advanced in the minded, as if there is still some human in them. This group traverses the interior of Depth 2, eating not human nor attacking them, but eating aquas. If you see a group of corruptids, feel free to walk by them. Make sure you're not interacting or touching them, or they will kill you as fast as they possibly can. Prey fish-related aquas. Height no possible way to document danger level 0. Demised are monster-like aquas that have grown human limbs in random places. These things will occasionally walk around looking for future prey or humans. They are completely black and have a smooth face with no facial features. Some of them crawl, some of them walk. These aquas are supposed to be a second stage of the corruptids, for they twitch immensely while lurking. Prey human height no possible way to document danger level. Vicious tanglers. Tanglers are dangerous aquas that have an appearance of seaweed. These aquas, when sensing a human, will grab them with their leaves and strangle them and move them slowly closer to their mouths filled with razor-sharp teeth, agonizing the wanderer's death. Prey human height 3 feet 4 to 9 feet 10 danger level. Vicious discovered Lostrooms. This is talking about all of the known Lostrooms depths. The Lostrooms. This is talking about the Lostrooms a whole. Talking about all depths in the Lostrooms. Challenge 0. Complete safety. Open area, no aquas. This means that the depth is safe for exploring worry-free. It's an open space. No dangerous things, just a nice breather. Challenge 1. Completely safe open area. Some aquas. This difficulty or challenge level is a slightly more worrying challenge than challenge 0, for there is some aquas posing a threat to anyone trying to traverse this depth. Challenge 2. Semi-safe open area. Multiple aquas. This challenge level is more of a threat to the one that wishes to traverse the depth. There are multiple threats here, and wanderers are advised to bring a weapon of any kind. Challenge 3. A bit unsafe hard traverse. Moderate amount of aquas. This challenge level is a threat to one traversing it. You are needed to bring a weapon if you wish to traverse this depth. Challenge 4. Hard traversable area. Unsafe many aquas. This challenge level is very dangerous to one who traverses it. When traversing this depth, you will need to have a weapon or firearm to fend off the aquas. Challenge 5. Completely dangerous cramped space. Aqua infested. This challenge level is the second most dangerous challenge level known to the sources of the Lostrooms. When traversing a depth with this challenge level, be cautious and have a weapon out at all times. Challenge vicious. Extremely unsafe hard to traverse aqua overload. This challenge level is the most dangerous of the whole discovered Lostrooms. You have to bring a weapon to survive depth with this challenge level. Challenge. In classified safety unknown traverse state unknown